Hey, hi, Donna Lynne. I
Hi,
want
Carlene.
I want to thank you for doing this with me. So I'm just going to ask the three questions actually that we had just talked about beforehand, but I'll ask them and I'll just get you to answer just to give others an idea of what it's actually like to work with a coach.
Mhm.
And that would be wonderful to allow that insight to other people who are unfamiliar with this type of work. So
Great.
you're all
Yeah,
game for that?
I am. I am. I've been telling people about my experience and they've noticed changes in me. So I really think that's a huge part to that first step. That first step was approaching you when I met you at another meeting. And there was just something in me that just said, let's let's explore this avenue here.
Yeah, wonderful. So, yeah, I remember that meeting, of course, because we were there for something completely different,
Yes. Yeah.
and it quickly changed at the end to our quick
Yeah.
conversation. So, what was
Yeah.
it that you originally thought that approaching a coach would be worthwhile for you?
Well, I seemed to be stuck. Like things were going well in my life. I was surrounded by people that love me. I was given opportunity to be able to explore my heart's desires and my dreams, but I just couldn't get past the physical weight, the weighing down of my aging body and my body that was not healthy. So I needed somebody to help point me in the right direction because what I was feeling on the inside was not reflected in my outer world. And I just felt with that discourse and with that disconnect, maybe a new ear, a new eye could help me see where to go.
Perfect. So it really was trying to get that other perspective into it to see if there was something that could be flagged or highlighted in
Yes.
life to improve on, right?
Yeah.
So
And
that
and I yeah, I went with the understanding that I was investing in myself. And so I took that chance and you made it very easy to first of all meet with me and just discuss what I was feeling. And I was surprised at what came out of my soul. And maybe it helps to have someone who's not in your world every day to be able to be real with. So that I felt very safe.
okay, that's wonderful. Thank you. Yeah, it is. It is totally that. And that's really what it is about. My role in it is just seeing into the aspects and seeing it through your eyes and
Yes.
highlighting it back through to you. So
Yeah.
that's wonderful. The next question I just wanted to ask was what was it like working with like a coach and then me in particular, because that's who you worked with. But
Right. Well, you're as old as my children. And so I thought, well, I'm really good friends with my children. So this is great. And maybe you can help me from that generational perspective as well. But as it turned out, you didn't tell me what to do, you led me. And so I found that very refreshing. Having a coach isn't about, a list of do this, do this, do this. It was exploring together. I was discovering as you were discovering. And again, that feeling of safety, that feeling of positivity, and all of the things that you gave me as far as tools, it didn't work unless I worked it. So the responsibility always comes back onto the student or the person who is being coached. And it wasn't hard. It wasn't a burden. It wasn't another thing that added to my stress as it started to deplete my stress,
yeah,
really.
that's wonderful. And I know through your personal journey, that decrease in your stress, even though a lot of our sessions actually were working on stress and they were working on communication, they were working on different things, you actually started to empower yourself and actually did get your health journey and all of that. And that kind of not necessarily came from our sessions, but came through the sessions. Is that how you
Absolutely.
kind of see that?
Yes, that
Yeah.
is a really good way to put it. I've lost 30, no, 30 some pounds are gone. I never want to say lost because that means I'm looking for them again. And I've done that too often. I found them. So these are gone pounds. My joints, I remember our first meeting, I thought we were going to walk around the lake. Well, I could barely make it to the bench. My knees hurt so badly. I was out of breath. I was really, hurting physically. And so just the fact that yes, that was my goal of attraction, was to feel better. I was able to just kind of let that go and let the processes work. on that monthly basis. And so about 3 months ago, something just clicked. I don't know what to say other than it clicked. And I'm following my plan. You didn't give me a list of things. You certainly helped me with food types and knowing what's in our foods and what's in our lives in the 2020s. But it was still my choice. And as a result, I just have felt more empowered. I've stopped treating myself with such disdain. I know that I'm loving myself more and I'm excited. I don't know where I'm going, but I'm having fun.
Beautiful. And has there been any other changes or shifts in your life that you've noticed? Anything's changed with your relationships? Like you've already mentioned your relationship with yourself because you don't
Yeah.
hold yourself as with the disdain you mentioned. And
Yeah.
so have you noticed other exteriors?
Yes, when I met you, not only was I physically in pain, but I have to say I was spiritually, emotionally, mentally in pain because I would wake up at 4 a.m. and I would rehearse and ruminate my past. I would be having, I think I described it to you as fresh old memories. So with clarity, I could remember incidents in my life where I really did not make the best choice for myself. And so all those conversations and voices were coming back at me. And I thought, I need to take drugs, maybe this will help. But I know it, and I know it didn't, and I didn't need to, but I certainly no longer have those past relationship memories, but also my current relationships. I realized where my boundaries are. I realized where I cannot make someone do what I think would be best for them, especially when you have adult children. You love them and you see them, and I think, oh, I've made mistakes. Don't do that. But now I've just learned to be supportive no matter what. I have not perfected anything in my life, but I certainly have improved it and empowered, I think, my adult children along the way somewhat too, whether they know it or not.
Yeah, perfect. That's wonderful. I don't want to keep you too long, but I did just want us to have this just little recording, this little almost exchange, just summarizing what actually the coaching helped benefit in your life and for you itself and your experience. Before we just end our quick little session here, what would be the one thing you might say to someone who is on the fence on whether or not to actually, look at working with a coach?
First of all, I just say jump in, do it, get off the fence if you're even considering it. Explore, meet with Carlene, and you'll find out that you are in this big emotional hug of acceptability and not, here I was a fluffy senior, walking and talking and meeting with someone as young as you are and as fit as you are, and there was not any division of that. So don't be threatened by oh, they've got it all together, because we know nobody has it all together. And Carlene, you've just been an amazing help and facilitator and guide to going through this thing we call life. So I thank you for that.
Thank you so much, Donna Lynne. It was so amazing working with you, and I feel so grateful that you took a chance on working with me. And I got to know you so well over the time that we worked together.
Yeah.
And I know that change doesn't happen instantly. It happens over time. And it's just really honoring I know some people don't like the term, but it is a journey. And we
It
have to
is.
build up tools and to look back and reflect where we were to where we are
Yes.
now. And
Yes.
that's the only real sign of growth a lot of times. So I want to thank you so much for taking the time today to
Okay.
meet with me. And I just appreciate you and this opportunity you're allowing other people to have a kind of an inside view of what it's like to work.
Yeah. Anytime.
Perfect. Okay. Thank you, Donna.
Okay. Take care.